In the depths of an ancient snow realm, where mountains cradled a forest bathed in silvery moonlight, lived a white wolf named Baishua. His fur was as pure as fresh snow, his eyes twinkled like cold stars, carrying an innate blend of pride and gentleness. Baishua was no ordinary wolf. He was the guardian of the snow realm, said to be born from the stars, tasked with protecting the forest and its creatures. Each night, as darkness fell and moonlight spilled through the trees, he roamed alone, listening to the whispers of the wind, chasing the guidance of starlight. Yet, deep within, Baishua harbored a trace of loneliness, for he had never found a companion to share this starry sky. The forest creatures revered him but kept their distance. Birds and deer praised his grace but never spoke to him. Baishua did not complain. He believed fate would one day light a different spark for him. On this night, the moon shone exceptionally bright, its silver glow flowing like water over the pine branches, resting on Baishua's back. With light steps, he traversed a misty ravine, arriving at an unfamiliar glade. This glade was extraordinary, with trees enveloped in a faint blue radiance, as if countless fireflies whispered among them. Baishua paused, sniffing the air, catching a strange scent, neither prey nor threat, but something warm that quickened his heart. Following the scent, his paws crunched softly in the snow, until beneath an ancient oak, he beheld a wondrous sight. At the tree's roots curled a shimmering mist, within which lay a small creature radiating a gentle silver blue light. Baishua approached and saw it was a young spirit fox, its fur as translucent as moonlight, its tail adorned with star-like specks. The spirit fox opened its eyes, clear as a lake, yet tinged with panic. It tried to stand but collapsed from weakness. Baishua remained still, gazing at it with an indescribable tenderness. "Who are you? Why are you alone here?" His voice was deep and warm, like a campfire in the winter night. The spirit fox trembled slightly, replying softly, "I am Xingli, a messenger of the Star River. I fell from the sky and lost my way home." Her voice was frail but carried a reassuring strength. Hearing this, Baishua felt an inexplicable urge. He had never heard of a Star River messenger, but he sensed Xingli's purity and fragility. He lowered his head, touching her forehead with his nose, and said, "This is my forest. You won't be alone. I'll help you find your way back to the Star River." Xingli looked at him, her fear fading, replaced by a glimmer of trust. Baishua gently lifted her, placing her on his back, beginning a journey destined to be extraordinary. He didn't know where the Star River was, but he trusted the moon and stars would guide them. They passed through snow-laden woods, crossed frozen streams, and reached a vast snowfield. Above, auroras danced like ribbons, green and purple lights intertwining as if the sky sang. Baishua paused, letting Xingli behold the spectacle. Her eyes sparkled as she whispered, "This is the shadow of the Star River. We're closer to home." Baishua nodded, though a faint unease stirred within him, sensing this journey would not be simple. Sure enough, as they prepared to move on, a low growl echoed from afar. Baishua's ears pricked, his muscles tensed. He smelled danger. A pack of shadow wolves emerged from the snowy mist, their fur black as ink, eyes glinting with greedy red light. Shadow wolves were the snow realm's predators, feeding on light, and Xingli's presence had drawn them. Baishua shielded Xingli, saying softly, "Don't be afraid, I'm here." The shadow wolf leader, a massive black beast, let out a grating laugh. "Baishua, your forest will fall to darkness. This spirit fox's light belongs to us." Baishua didn't respond, his eyes blazed with icy fury. He knew this battle was inevitable. Crouching, he unleashed a deafening howl that pierced the snowfield, startling distant birds. The shadow wolves lunged, their claws tearing the air, aiming to separate Bai Shuo from Xingli. But Bai Shuo was swift as lightning, his claws and fangs flashing in the moonlight, each strike precise and deadly. Xingli huddled behind him, yet a spark flickered in her eyes. She murmured softly, her tail's star specks glowing, transforming into arrows of light that shot toward the shadow wolves. The wolves wailed in the radiance, scattering, until even their leader fled, scarred, into the darkness. After the battle, Bai Shuo panted, bearing shallow wounds. Xingli slid from his back, nuzzling his foreleg, saying, "Thank you, Bai Shuo. You're my hero." Bai Shuo shook his head, saying gently, "You're my light, Xingli. We protect each other." In that moment, his loneliness melted like snow in a warm breeze. For the first time, he felt a life depended on him, one he longed to protect. They pressed on, the moonlight paving a silver path. The journey continued through blizzard-swept mountains and across frozen lakes, until they reached a towering snow peak. At its summit stood a colossal star tree, its branches laden with shimmering crystals, a microcosm of the night sky. Xingli exclaimed, "This is the Star Gate. It can take me back to the Star River." Bai Shuo gazed at the tree, a pang of reluctance in his heart. He knew once Xingli returned, they might never meet again. But he said nothing, silently accompanying her to the gate. Xingli paused, turning to Bai Shuo, tears glistening in her eyes. "Bai Shuo, will you come with me to the Star River? There's endless light there, and a place for you." Bai Shuo froze, he had never considered leaving the snow realm, his home, his duty. But looking into Xingli's eyes, he realized home wasn't just land, it was where the heart belonged. He nodded, saying, "Yes, I'll go with you." Xingli smiled, her tail rising, its star specks forming a bridge of light to the gate. They stepped onto it together, moonlight and starlight entwining, cloaking them in brilliance. As they passed through, the Snow Realm's forest seemed to hear a lingering wolf howl, carrying farewell and blessings. The Star River was unlike the Snow Realm, no gravity, no biting snow, only boundless light and floating stardust. Bai Shuo and Xingli drifted in a radiant nebula, surrounded by countless twinkling stars, each seeming to tell an ancient tale. Xingli's fur grew more translucent, her tail's specks dancing like living things. She said softly, "This is my home, and now, it's yours too." Bai Shuo gazed at the splendor, yet felt a touch of alienation. He was a wolf of the snow, used to the feel of ice and the forest's silence. This vast star river, though beautiful, left him anchorless. Sensing his unease, Xingli leaned against his shoulder, her warmth reassuring, saying, "Bai Shuo, you don't have to love it right away. If you're willing, we can explore together until you find your starlight." Bai Shuo looked at her, warmth in his eyes, and nodded, saying, "As long as you're here, the Star River will be my home." They began wandering the Star River, Xingli guiding Bai Shuo through nebulae, some vibrant as rainbows, others soft as mist. They paused by a glowing blue star, which Xingli called the Memory Star, holding the tails of every light in the Star River. Touching it, Bai Shuo saw visions, stars being born, the universe's murmurs, and countless messengers like Xingli, weaving through the river, guarding the balance of light. He felt awe and a newfound sense of duty. He was no longer just the Snow Realm's guardian, he saw the Star River needed him too. Then, a discordant tremor shattered the Star River's peace. A distant nebula twisted, emitting an ominous dark purple glow. Xing Li's tail trembled as she whispered, "That's the dark tide, the Star River's calamity. It devours light, corrupts stars, our greatest enemy." Bai Shua's eyes flared with familiar resolve. "If it's your enemy, it's mine. Tell me how to fight it." Xing Li shook her head, worry in her eyes. "The dark tide isn't a simple foe, it's chaos incarnate. Only the purest light can purify it, but my power is too weak." Bai Shua cut her off, resolute. "Your light is bright enough, Xing Li. We'll face it together." Xing Li met his gaze, determination sparking, and nodded. Her tail's specks gathered, forming a radiant beam guiding them toward the dark tide. They traversed nebulae to a rift in the Star River, where the dark purple tide loomed like a beast, countless stars dimming in its grasp. Bai Shua felt a chilling dread. Unlike the snow realm's cold, this pierced the soul, urging retreat. But glancing at Xing Li, her faint yet steadfast light unwavering, he steeled himself. With a resounding howl echoing through the Star River, he roused dormant stars. The dark tide sensed them, morphing into shadowy tendrils that lunged. Bai Shua leapt forward, his claws shredding shadows, each strike sharp with moonlight's edge. Xing Li chanted behind him, her tail's specks weaving a net of light to fend off the tide. Their synergy was seamless, as if they'd fought side by side for years. Yet, the dark tide's power dwarfed their expectations. It coalesced into a monstrous beast, roaring as it charged Xing Li. Bai Shua threw himself in its path, its claws carving a deep gash across him, blood scattering as red stardust. Xing Li cried out, tears in her eyes, rushing to him, her light enveloping him to heal his wounds. Gasping, Bai Shua smiled, "Don't worry, I'm a Snow Realm wolf. This is nothing." Xing Li gritted her teeth, knowing their strength alone couldn't vanquish the tide. Closing her eyes, her tail's specks flared wildly as she whispered, "Star River, lend me your power." Suddenly, the memory star's light blazed from afar, countless stars answering Xing Li's call, their beams converging on her. She glowed brighter, as if embodying the Star River itself. Bai Shua watched, pride swelling. This was the light he'd died to protect. Xing Li let out a clear cry, her light surging like a tide against the dark tide. The purple beast thrashed, shrieking, before shattering into fragments, dissolving into the Star River. The tide receded, stars reignited, as if thanking Bai Shua and Xing Li's courage. Exhausted, Xing Li's light dimmed, and she leaned weakly against Bai Shua, saying, "We did it. Thank you, Bai Shua." He gently licked her forehead, replying, "You saved the Star River, Xing Li. I just stood by you." They shared a smile, their eyes warm with trust. Yet, Xing Li's gaze held a trace of worry. The dark tide only retreated, it'll return. The Star River needs guardians. Bai Shua, will you stay? He paused, gazing at the radiant Star River, thinking of the Snow Realm's forests and icy winds. But looking at Xing Li, his doubts solidified into resolve. The Snow Realm has moonlight to guard it, the Star River has you. As long as you're here, this is my home. Tears shimmered in Xing Li's eyes as she nestled closer, saying, "Then we'll guard the Star River together, forever." From then on, Bai Shua and Xing Li became legends of the Star River. They roamed the stars, protecting every light, facing each resurgence of the dark tide. Their tale echoed through the cosmos, a creed for countless stars. In the Snow Realm, creatures gazing at the night sky saw two radiant stars, one pure as snow, one gentle as moonlight. They knew these were the White Wolf and Spirit Fox, eternally guarding the Star River and Snow Realm's peace. As children in the snow realm drifted to sleep, elders whispered, "Close your eyes, hear by Shua's howl, see Xing Li's starlight." They teach us love and courage can illuminate the darkest night. And so, the children slept with smiles, dreaming of the boundless star river, the white wolf's protection, the spirit fox's radiance, and an eternal starry sky. Do you still like today's story? If you like, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the like icon. You can receive notifications and hear the latest stories as soon as possible. Good night, my baby.